heavily to the defending champion Celtics.
Are a potential second-round matchup.
Center Matt Bowen, Dedrick Taylor, Aaron go with New York taking it first. They tried to get one down low, and it's rather off of Boston. New York will inbound. Knicks, number 3 and 3-game lead right now over number 4, Indiana. It's Towns. Tatum will get him, and they go to Bridges for a 13-foot jump shot, and the rebound. Number 2, they're back at Cleveland in the East by 4 games. Jaylen Brown, bad knee and all, with a rebound.
If there's ever was a blessing in disguise for an injury to Brunson, to me, OG and Bridges, the way they played in those 15 games, if you're Coach Thibs, you got to utilize how both of the
win season for this franchise. First time that's happened in 30 years. Shot clock at 1 on the fly. Brunson gets it to go.
Like how comfortable he is, especially drop little runner in the paint there to get the scoring going for the Knicks.
Porzingis, who was ill and didn't play on Sunday, they go around the horn. Here is Tatum. They beat Washington by 34 points on Sunday. 7 were in double figures, and Porzingis, a former draft pick by New York, knocks it down.
That are pick and pop players. We kind of play the same way. Porzingis did a nice job of taking Cat off the dribble.
Porzingis knocks it away. At 5, he'll take it and race right down the middle. It's Brunson with a 3. White was defending. Rebound was tipped inside. It is off of New York head coach Joe Mazzulla, who, by the way, was the Eastern Conference Coach of the Month in March with a spectacular 14-1 record. There's a quick foul on the Knicks.
It's been heavily favored, obviously. Look at this deep 3 here by Porzingis.
Knocked away by White. Picked up by Holiday. Out to Tatum. He'll take a 3.
And that's exactly what Coach Thibodeau told us is going to be the top.
Shots made in the entire NBA. Hard on the move. And gets it to drop for New York. With Boston the other way. So the Knicks have come in winning 2 straight and 5 of 6. Boston has come in winning 2 straight and 11 of 12 with a turnover, and Brunson the other way. The trailing Towns, and on that baseline to Bridges. Towns will knock it in.
That's what the Knicks are doing here. If you can create offense from your defense, come up with a steal and get in transition before the Celtics can set up that defense.
It's Holiday with Brunson defending. And Towns has the rebound, 19 and 13 Sunday against the Suns. Here's a 3. Towns
has only shot the ball from that 3-point line, lowest since 2018-19 for Karl Anthony Towns. Hasn't shot a lot of 3-pointers this season.
In the corner, it's Holiday with a 3. Hart has got the rebound. Josh Hart down the middle. The trailing Towns in stride into Brown. Pushed and shoved as he drove down the lane in a foul. They will use a lot of different guys to go at him.
Well, it's the versatility that Coach Mazzulla has. Sometimes they can put away the pick and roll because they can switch back. So it's a lot of flexibility defensively that the Celtics can play with in guarding Karl Anthony Towns.
So the Knicks by 5 on an 8-0 run. Towns an 83. Knocks him in. Holiday the other way. He has been playing well. He's healthy. It's Porzingis. Step back 3. Towns the close. Rebound Bridges. And the first-year Knick will take it down the middle. White will meet him. Karl Anthony Towns banging his way into Holiday.
In 3 outings versus this Celtics team already has 8 of the 12 Knicks points.
Jason Tatum 3. No. Rebound tap. Hart comes up with it. And the Knicks on the move. A 10-0 run. Here's a Bridges 3. Hart trying for the rebound. Tatum will lasso it and bring that bad right knee. A bone bruise 8 games ago. Inside up and down.
You can a little bit. He doesn't have that explosiveness. You see how he's kind of limping up and down.
And he says he's going to fight his way through it the remainder of the season and into the playoffs.
Hey, it's championship or bust here for Jaylen Brown.
Towns spins inside on Brown.
He's got it going tonight. Double figures, 10 of the 14 coming from Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, the last 10 points by New York, all authored by Karl Anthony Towns. Holiday down that baseline. It's out to Tatum, Porzingis, Brown, the fake, the drive, the feed, the cross court. White with a three. Rebound inside, nabbed in there by Anunoby, taken by Porzingis. Back to Brown, the fake and the drive, and he'll feed, and around they go. And Tatum the three, the close by Towns, tipped by White. Offensive rebound and the two inside.
That's the only way the offensive rebounds.
Here comes the dynamic Brunson. Tatum is on Towns. Karl Anthony Towns with the spin, knocked away with the Celtic defense, and White the other way. And the trailing Porzingis. It's off New York. 6:14 to go. We're 10 points so far in a 14-9.
And when you talk to Coach Thibodeau, he says, listen, the team is finding its peak rhythm after missing pieces and adding new pieces this year. He said against Boston, we have to challenge their threes, their ability to score off the dribble, and the rebounding is huge. It requires the second and the third efforts and correct initial reads. He told us our last game in Boston was we know we can compete, but we have to play against this team for 48 minutes, as does any team playing this talented Boston squad.
Allie, we thank you. White just hit a three. Here's Anunoby. He puts it in. 32 points Sunday against the Suns. And he's had 10 straight games where he has scored 20 points or more. An incredible run and really blossoming. Here's a drive by Brown. Towns is there. And he altered the shot, blocked it on the play. New York coming back with the drive into Holiday. Two of the best guards going head-to-head inside.
You can see for Jalen Brunson.
It's Porzingis who'll put up a three. Brunson had the tip. Brunson controls the ball. Felt a little rusty. He was 3 of 9 Sunday against the Suns. Here's a drive. Towns with authority down the lane. Knocked away with a whistle. And 4:51 to go here in the first. From Madison Square Garden in New York with future Hall of Fame.
Big congratulations in terms of some of the greatest scoring that this game has ever seen. Karl Anthony needs to be in that conversation. You talk about a walking bucket.
Has come in. Pritchard has come in for Boston. Mitchell Robinson says to check in for the Knicks. Deuce McBride has come in for New York. Here comes Howard. Boston 5 of 16 so far. Tatum. He's averaging 27 a game. Consecutive wins at home. They beat Phoenix here by 14 Sunday. Brunson, long three, puts it through.
Yeah, the rhythm is back, right? You can see how he's flowing into that three-point shot, the movement, some memory.
Here is Tatum. The 15-footer is off. And the rebound by New York. Towns. Pritchard comes out on him. Under 4 to go in the first quarter. Shot clock is down to 7. In the corner, Brunson, 3. Tatum rebound. Since the All-Star break, Boston has gone 19-4, and one of the reasons why, great support off the bench like Hauser hitting another 3 right.
Pritchard, who will probably win the 6th man of the year. Again, they go deep. Coach Mazzulla not afraid to play 9-10 guys.
It's McBride with 3. Rebound. It's T. Those shoulders seemingly in good shape. Hauser with another 3. It's off. Towns with the rebound. No one takes and makes more threes than Boston. Hart the other way. Towns on top. Boston has beaten New York all 3 meetings this season. Towns takes it in hard. Got it. What a shot.
They're going to wave it off.
Yeah, they sure
They're going to wave it off.
Tom Thibodeau.
Coach Thibs can't believe that. That looked like a good and one here. Got the smaller Holiday on him. Takes him off the dribble. There's the contact. But it was before he gathered, which is why this is going to be a side out. In years past, this is an and one.
Right now, the Knicks are +7 in rebounding in the game. They're shooting 54%. They lead by 3. Second quarter is underway. Shamet is in. He's on Pritchard. Here is Brown. Towns will defend. Jaylen Brown will try to work inside. It's Porzingis against Robinson. Rebound Towns. He's got inside Karl Anthony Towns and tipped up and in by Robinson again.
Nice job there by Mitchell Robinson again on the offensive glass.
It's a three from White in the corner. Robinson the rebound. Shamet will release. And Cam Payne, who comes in for the first time, will give off to Towns for three. Rebound inside. McBride dives and gets it to go.
Here, Joe Mazzulla, you boards here. The Knicks offensive rebounds extending their lead.
That's a foul on New York on the missed three by Brown. A little more than a minute into picked up his first foul. They got those guards getting a lot of minutes, going deep on the bench when Brunson was out. Three by Brown, rebound by Shamet. So those guards and the depth at that position really put the onus on New York, and Brown trying to defend Towns, and that is a tough chore, and a foul goes on Jaylen Brown. Number 2 on Brown.
Already 5 offensive rebounds for the Knicks. And that's something that Coach Mazzulla in our meeting beforehand kind of highlighted, keeping this team off the glass.
Back-to-back 50-win seasons for the Knicks. 30 years since that has happened. Pat Riley coaching here at the Garden. The last time that occurred in the 90s. Towns will take it inside hard. For Brown. Steamrolls the defense of Payne. That is an offensive foul.
And you can tell something's up with that knee because
Asked Jason Tatum and Coach Mazzulla specifically about that knee, and Jason Tatum says Coach Mazzulla does a great job of trusting us. So if there's a problem with our body, we are professionals enough to know what we need to make it through this. Coach trusted. He confirmed that. He said, listen, every player's playing through some sort of an injury or a nagging pain right now. So the trust factor between coach and the players is big on this Celtics team.
Yeah, that was interesting. Reg, was that
sometimes just being on the floor gives
national TV schedule tomorrow. Lakers, Mavs, Nuggets, Kings, both on ESPN. Thursday, Wolves will be in Memphis. For more on these games, go to NBA.com. Payne a three, no. Rebound by White. He's coming off a 19-point performance Sunday against Washington. Here is Porzingis.
Oh, what a pass.
What a pass. What a fine finish. Well by Hauser.
First of all, Hauser with the nice screen, the split screen, and then dive. Once the confusion, beautiful play to dive down and get the pass.
Payne slaloms his way the other way. Here is McBride. It's Towns thrashing his way into Brown. Good shot. Boy, he is on tonight. Karl Anthony, as you said, he's only averaged 15 against the Celtics this season. Pritchard will drive. Shamet is there with an easy 2 for the Boston guard.
He straight moves Shamet out the way, and he's given up Andrew Shamet. Nice move there by Pritchard.
Last time they met late February, Boston won by 13 points. Towns across the way. Beautiful offhand shot by Karl Anthony Towns with 16.
Nice little jump hook there by Karl Anthony Towns over that right shoulder. Going into his bag here.
Here's White, hounded by McBride. Pritchard, Hauser, White, the fake, the fire, missing the 3 rebound.
He's doing a better job getting closer to the basket.
Towns on the move, 15-footer off the glass. That time he puts it in. The lead is 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Porzingis, it's a 3. Lake Crows, McBride. Nice stroke there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, with
Porzingis and Hauser and Pritchard racing the other way. White uncorks a 3. Rebound inside offensively. Hauser to his knees he goes. The ball jarred free. Here come the Knicks. Shamet and Towns. Payne, the fake, the feed, and picked off by White and fouled by Payne as he was flying the other way. 7:08 to go here in the second. And tonight from Madison Square Garden, the NBA on TNT is brought to you by Applebee's and arresting Brunson. And he is on a minutes restriction here. And as Tom Thibodeau was telling us before the game, finding his rhythm, backing off a little bit of rust, all important steps as they head to the playoffs.
A minutes restriction. In his first game back, he played 34 minutes.
I know it.
What kind of minutes restriction is he on?
In the corner, it's a Kristaps Porzingis three-point hit.
That's back-to-back threes for Porzingis.
He's got 8. Under 7 to go. Weaving his pain and out of bounds. That number of wins with a lot of different looks.
And that's why there's a lot of optimism in this organization come playoff time, having the health.
Pritchard 3. With a rebound by Shamet. Andrew Shamet has played with a variety of teams. Here's Towns, came in the trade in October. In the corner, Shamet 3.
You've got that 2-and-1 on the backside.
Boston shooting 41%. 56% shooting for New York. Porzingis with a 3. Hauser took a swipe at it, out of bounds. The Knicks need 1 win or a pacer loss to clinch the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. Rebound. Tatum, and he goes down low. Porzingis, he was shoved by Bridges. There is a whistle and a foul. Make every play, pass, and point mean more with FanDuel. It's America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today.
Starting 5 on the floor now for the Knicks.
Tatum, long 3. Anunoby is out there defending. White will try to save. Diving is Hauser. It'll go across the line, over and back. It'll go to New York. So, Reggie, the Celtics had a month of March on the road under Joe Mazzulla of 8-0. And this is their first
big-time victory. That's what helps you come playoff time.
Bridges a 3.
Nice little run here over the last minute and a half, especially from 3 for the Knicks.
His first basket tonight. Cornet is back in the game. Porzingis is out. Tatum is tangling with Bridges on top. The Iron Man.
But more importantly, look at what they've done defensively. I mean, they have stepped up their game at that end as well. We know offensively under their point average. Again, this team is rounding, trying to run it back on back-to-back championships here.
Well, they're also trying to get to 60 wins again, with the best road record in franchise history, which we've talked about, but aiming for back-to-back 60-win seasons. Last time that happened, here's Hart and Brunson, Anunoby. Look at them clam their way into Towns, and he still was able to make it go. He has been unstoppable, and 20 points for the New York Knicks. Grew up in New Jersey and was traded from Minnesota here in early October. Hart reaching in, poking at Tatum. Tatum through traffic. In the corner, White. He tees up a 3. Towns had the ball. Tatum shoved him, and Tatum picks up the Boston foul.
This zone.
Anunoby. Long shot won't go. Rebound chased and retrieved by Bridges.
Another offensive opportunity for the Knicks.
Here comes Anunoby down the lane and fouled as he was bashing his way to the rack. And a foul called on New York. This Anunoby, the 32 points he scored Sunday here against Phoenix. Mention this, 20 points or more was out, Reggie. His scoring went up an average of 5 points a game for New York.
Again, playoff time, and you mentioned this earlier. This is only the 5th time that this starting 5 really has been on the floor together. Season begins.
Cornet picked up his first foul. Biggest lead for New York right here in this one of 11. Holiday catches, moves by Hart, kicks back to Tatum, the 3 over Towns. Rebound Hart. Knicks on the move. Approaching 3.5 in the half. Brunson, Bridges, 3, no. Rebound chased, and Holiday will watch it go out of bounds. It's Boston's ball, as they'll bring back in Porzingis and take out.
Guarding Porzingis, who's more of a pick and pop type player anyways.
Boston 6 of 24 with 3.
Got to
switch. To get their 7th right there, laced by Porzingis. Boston has made more 3-pointers this season than any team in the history in a single season in the NBA. Hart triple teamed. Porzingis knocked it away in the corner, and Brunson will try to make a move.
Porzingis with the block.
6 on the shot clock. Quickly to Hart. Cornet will defend. Hart hands off. Bridges fading away. Got it. Knicks are shooting 54%. And a quick foul is called on Bridges, and that will be number 3 on him with under 3 to go.
Obviously being very efficient against a very stingy defense like Boston, as Drew Holiday gets the scoring going in this third quarter for Boston.
He just sailed right in there for 2. Karl Anthony Towns on top. OG Anunoby has it right now. And Brunson. Bridges cutting. Towns wanting to feed. Shot clock down to 3. Brown defending. Towns, Hart over Porzingis. Rebound Holiday. New York's got the big rebounding advantage in this game. White 3, no. Rebound White. Off to Holiday. Triple. Good. 5 quick points for the Boston Celtics. Now down by 1. A minute in. Anunoby picked up by Brown. New York has been ruling the paint, plus 10 points in there right now. Curling inside, Brunson for the shot. Rebound by White. Conference, Porzingis open 3. Book it. Timeout, New York. And Boston has taken their first lead since the opening minutes of the game.
Know that there is no perfect formula to win a game. Coach Mazzulla told us before this one that his message to the team on every game day is find the way to win. That could look a million different ways, and their lineup can go a million different ways. They've played such a variety of lineups all season long. Jason Tatum told me that Coach tells him all the time, every single day is a puzzle. How can you make the pieces fit together?
Porzingis has been a 3-point shooting machine. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Cutting, Hart out to Anunoby. Brown is there with the defense. 3, no. Rebound Tatum. Boston is plus 18 points on 3-point shooting tonight. Brown muscling his way inside. Anunoby is there. Just took it away with good.
Anunoby.
Towns 3, no. Rebound Hart, lost it. Anunoby on the ricochet. And the Knicks will set. Brunson, who just had the assist, and he matches up here against Porzingis. Oh. Inside they go, knocked away, deflected by Boston's defense. Here comes Brown. Bridges will pick him up. Trailing Holiday, triple, no. Towns has got the rebound. He's got 10, so 7th of the season, number 2 in the NBA. Bridges had it pickpocketed inside the paint. Here comes Holiday, cross-court Brown, deflected by Brunson's defense inside.
Holiday gave that ball up too soon.
Porzingis trying to get free, and does. Although he's sandwiched between Bridges and Towns, he'll make a move, and the 15-footer won't go. Rebound. New York pretty good on second chance points. There's a 3. It's put in by Brunson. Hits the triple, give him 15.
That's his 3rd on the evening.
Brown drives, Towns defends, foul. Karl Anthony Towns of New York. It is his first. Tonight from Madison Square Garden, we just had the marriage of 2 different sponsors, and it was ugly. Who wrote that?
Read it.
Did you see it?
It's your job to report it. That's what you said. It's your job to report it.
Here's Brown at the line. Knicks bring in the NBA's best road record, 8 consecutive wins in a season. Right now, Boston by 2. Biggest lead has been 3. They've trailed by as many as 11. Brunson on top. Approaching 8 to play in the third quarter. Brunson doubled as they blitz him. Anunoby down the lane hard. Hits the net. Fouled as he flew.
When the Celtics go to this matchup zone, I love what Thibs is doing. He's putting OG right at that.
Efficiency of the Knicks improved by about 3 points. They had to because they lost some offense.
When those points. Bridges 20.
Wow!
Porzingis is on one.
He is on a heater.
He is on one. 3 points, and now he's really basically matched Karl Anthony Towns.
Brunson working his way in. Brown deflects it out of. It's Brunson to inbound. Here's Towns, 68-64. Boston by 4. Bridges over White. Rebound by Jaylen Brown. Bad right knee and all, will chop and lurch and fire, and Bridges knocks away the shot with some terrific New York defense. Into Anunoby. Oh, what a rejection inside Porzingis.
OG Anunoby absolutely tried the unicorn on that. You talk about a meeting at the summit.
7th NBA season.
And was playing fantastic in the playoffs until he missed both free throws, until that hamstring injury stopped the Pacers.
Anunoby 5-5 tonight. It's Tatum trying to work his way inside one of the best defenders. That is Bridges. Good battle. Fade away. Got it. Pretty shot, Jason Tatum. It's the biggest lead.
I don't know how you guard that. That is a beautiful move there by Tatum.
Bridges is saying the same thing. Brunson, the stutter step, the drive, and the feed. Corner, Bridges, 3, no. Hart parachutes in and puts it through.
What I love about Jason Hart's game, you could put him on any team in the association, and he would be a plus player. That's how good he is. He can play in any system.
Tatum lost it. Shot clock down to 5. Porzingis.
Oh! Okay.
How do you even begin to explain it?
Well, he did the sight lines.
He was drafted by Phil Jackson to come here to New York, and here comes Brunson on top. Halfway through the third. Poked away by Holiday and out of bounds.
Holiday.
Dancing is Brunson. Tatum defending, and he laces a triple.
That's a big answer.
Beautiful shot by Jalen Brunson.
Big answer from a big-time player.
4 threes for Brunson in this game. Boston has gone 7 of their last 10 three-point shots. White, Porzingis, Bridges defends, knocked it away. Whistle inside.
3 of 14 and 10 points.
There's Porzingis. Half in the third. Celtics have 3 of the top 7 three-point shot makers in the NBA on this team. White, Pritchard, and Tatum. But the champion Celtics in stride. Hart to the foul as he was rocketing to the rim for New York.
Just does everything for your team to win ball games.
He averages 14 and 9 rebounds. Fans right there, picked up by Brown. Makes a move, open lane, no one came, and he takes advantage of it, exploiting that open lane to drive. Celtics with about 5 to play in the third. 50% shooting for New York, 45% shooting for Boston. Brunson, 3, no. Rebound, Brown tapped. Pritchard is in. Tatum's got it. Porzingis at the other end, even off the tender. Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
And if they don't, they should. Brunson threads one inside. Anunoby had it knocked away by Cornette. Here's Pritchard at the other end. Brunson picks him up. Anunoby at the other end with the steal. Brunson, Hart, knocked away. Pritchard knocked it away. Brown will take it for Boston. Working on Brunson, tries to work him down low. McBride is in defense. Shot no. Rebound Hart. Hart and Brunson. Brunson, 3, screen by Hart, 3 won't go. Rebound, Miles McBride. Deuce McBride, a 3, go!
Instant offense off.
Here comes Anunoby. They've led by 11. Boston's been up by as many as 7. Celtics take that lead into here. They go with a runner inside. Payne finds 2 and takes that 5-point Boston League advantage. And here's the first possession of the fourth quarter. Robinson comes out on Porzingis. Tatum trying to free himself of the defense of McBride. Shot clock at 4. Tatum. Corner 3, Hauser no. Rebound Pritchard. And kicks it back out. Porzingis to White. His 3 is good. Right over Payne.
Of course, Thibodeau was right. They ran him off that 3-point shooter and Derek White. 258 made threes coming into tonight, and he's made 3 already.
On the move, off the baseline, Payne hits the deck. Shot was short. Whistle out of Cameron Payne will search. Athletic catch by Hart. Drives right into Tatum. Robinson had it out of his hands. Pritchard comes up with it. Robinson there to meet Pritchard, or rather to meet Porzingis with a handoff to Tatum.
Robinson's not good in these pick and pop situations. Now if you're Tatum, take your time and go to work.
Which is what he's going to do with the 3 rejected by Robinson. What a defensive stand. McBride the other way. Here comes Bridges. On the wing to Payne. 3. Caught!
The Knicks a plus, and he has provided some depth here for Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks.
It's White. Pritchard will cut inside. Got it. Nice pass by White on top.
Payne now off the bench with 7.
Payne will make the move. Hart will find Bridges. And out to Cameron Payne. Driving on White. Takes it into 3. Tip in. Robinson, no. Rebound Robinson. Hits the deck. Bodies on the floor like confetti and picked up. It's Pritchard the other way. McBride is defending. And hobbling is Robinson.
It's the last thing if you're a Knicks.
Coming back. It's Porzingis. Another 3. No. With a McBride rebound and an outlet going to Payne. Knicks down by 5. They've trailed by 7. Celtics have trailed by as many as 11. Towns doubled into Tatum. With ease, he slides in for 2, and he's got 26.
Here in the second half, remember, he had 22 at halftime, so he's been real quiet here.
White making a move. Towns will meet him on the perimeter. It's a 3.
And they just come at you at waves. Right now, Celtics 16 of 41 from 3.
3 threes for White. 14 points for the Celtic guard. Across the lane, Towns outside Payne, uncovered from 3. Rebound Hauser. And a timeout Boston with 8 assists and no turnovers and 14 points. White's got it. Trying to cut inside, threw it away. Pass. And it's McBride the other way. His Knicks down by 6. Bridges making a move and puts up the 2-pointer. Off the hands of Porzingis. 3. Bridges.
Needed it. Big time shot by Bridges, who has struggled tonight. He's up to 8 though. 3 of 11.
Bridges puts it in. It's Tatum. He's got 19, and that's a 3, and make it 22.
And 3 of 9 from back in. When do you come back with OG as well?
It's Towns, and Tatum will take him. Shot clock at 6. Towns with a nice spin move for 2. And a foul.
This is twice with Tatum trying to guard
Nick. Since David Lee had his 65 back in 08, and here comes White, and Brunson is on him. Screen Tatum. White drives, looking for Hauser. A lot of congestion down low. Pritchard 1 to fire. Off in time and off the glass. He banks it home. 5-point Boston lead again.
They have so many weapons. They don't rely on 1 or 2 guys. All 5 guys are live ball.
There's some Tatum defense on the perimeter and lost the ball. It is off of Boston. New York's ball. The season series with the Celtics. There's a screen by Hart. And Brunson will chip his way inside and miss the short shot. Got the miss. Out to Bridges. 3 is away. And that will sail out of Nobi. Bridges on Tatum. Tatum. What a shot.
I mean, if you're Bridges, that's 3 times. Great defense, but better O, Kev.
24 for Tatum. Working through traffic there, Towns. Bridges is picked up, makes the fake on Porzingis and gets it to drop. It's White. Bridges again, working on Tatum. Tatum will explode and stop. With a fadeaway.
Oh, that's not right.
He got it.
That's
Tatum.
not right.
Wow.
It's almost child abuse at this point. They need to stop it.
26 points for Jason Tatum. Brunson got the screen from Hart. Brunson takes it inside. Porzingis is there. Down goes Brunson. Foul called on the Celtics. With Antetokounmpo, Doncic, Jokic, and LeBron. Brunson at the line. And he's got 19. Celebrate Earth Month with the end rewards. Scan to claim your free trashy bag. Hope I can say that. There's another Brunson free.
Now Bridges off of Tatum. You put OG, a bigger, stronger, more physical defender.
Bridges with the defense on White. Pritchard got a screen from Porzingis. Shot clock down to 6. Over Towns, 3. And the rebound by OG Anunoby.
Got numbers.
Kick it out to Brunson. And up high for Towns. Well-orchestrated transition for the Knicks. 31-11 for Karl Anthony Towns. Porzingis will drive and put on the brakes, and a 15-footer is down.
That's it.
3.5 to go. White feed, Tatum, corner, Hauser. Drives on Anunoby, who poked the ball away from behind, and a New York Knicks foul.
On the bench now.
Screen for Brunson, feed to Bridges, who finds himself open for an easy 2. Good maneuvering.
One possession.
White is on top. Bridges will defend. Down low for Holiday. Back to Pritchard. It's a 3, and it's off, and a rebound by Towns. Here comes Bridges. Brunson and Pritchard. Shot clock down to 7. Brunson inside and at the line will put it up and train it. 8-2 run and a 1-point game at the Garden. Top 2 scores for the Knicks. Here comes White. Under 2 to go. Tatum with it with 26. On top White. It's a 3. Rebound by Karl Anthony Towns. 13 for him.
You got to assume this is going to be Brunson in this high scooter roll. See if he can take the advantage of whoever's guarding him.
He'll go on Porzingis. Brunson will dance. Brunson will fire for the lead. No. Rebound Anunoby. Doubled up and down. The quarter for New York. White is on the wing with 14 drives on Karl Anthony Towns. Cross court, out of the reach.
Big possession here.
A minute to go.
You bring in Cornet to stop the offensive rebounding here.
Here comes Brunson. Cornet will be on the New York guard. Here's Bridges open from the line. Put it in. And New York leads by 3.
Well, if you're going to trap that high up, nice job by Bridges.
12-2 run by New York. It's Tatum digging his way. Karl Anthony Towns in the way. Tatum 3. Deflected. Foul call. They'll be at the stripe. So now Robinson has come in for the Knicks. Tatum to tie. No. Bridges has it. Half minute to go in regulation. It's Bridges weaving through traffic. Timeout.
And Derek White guarding him.
Bridges will get it. It's off to Brunson, and he'll take it, and our shot clock is down to 11. White is on Brunson. Hart will set a screen. Brunson will try to orchestrate. With the 1-point lead, Brunson will drive. Cutting Hart. Got it to go. What a pass by Brunson. What a finish by Hart. 3-point Boston. Here come the Celtics. It's Tatum on top. Tatum jab stepping. A 3 for the tie. Good. Got it. 2.9. of 7. 2.9 to go. Bridges will look, and he'll find Hart. He'll make a move. A 3 for the lead. No! And we've got overtime.
Great look, though, by Hart.
It was. And the Knicks against the top 3 teams in the league, OKC, Cleveland, and the Celtics. So looking for their first win this season against Boston and trying to break that 0 for 8 mark against the best of the NBA. Feeling that now that they are whole, that they can be in that conversation, or at least make the attempt. And here comes Bridges watching Tatum. Shot clock is down to 5, and Tatum the shot for 2. Hart with the rebound.
How about the start of this overtime period? No Porzingis and no Jaylen Brown for the Celtics.
There's a turnover by New York and picked up by Hauser. And Tatum who tied and back to Holiday. Tatum's got 31. Holiday will drive and take it inside and kick. White 3 for the Celtics. Rebound. Towns touched, held, fouled. Cornette will pick it up.
It's going to be, again, he's not going to be 100% going in these playoffs.
Good game for Brunson tonight. 22 points, 8 of 17, 4 threes.
34 minutes, right?
And 9 assists. Yes, he's doing it all. Checking all the boxes. A Hart screen behind the back. Brunson off to Hart. Shot clock at 3. Hart will have it. Long 3. No. Ricochet saved by Anunoby. It's loose. Here comes Cornette. The strides. White on the side. Down goes Cornette. And shoved that way by the defense of Josh Hart with a whistle. And a conversation among the Tatum inbounding for the Celtics. Each team shooting about 46% inside to Hauser. Snuck inside, got 2.
No, the Knicks fell asleep. They were talking about assignments. Tatum got the ball quick, found Hauser.
Big night for Towns. Muscling his way into Holiday. Here's a 2. It's picked up by Hauser and off to White. White has got 4 threes tonight. And Brunson will defend.
Boy, OG is just wrapped all around Tatum.
White got free. White on the move. White can't hit it. Cornette got a hand on it. He'll retrieve it on the baseline. Back outside Hauser. New shot clock with which to work for Boston. Tatum the spin, the drive, splits the knee. Fouled as he took it in.
Look at the Knicks here.
6 tonight for the C's.
Another missed free throw.
Best in franchise history. First road game in April tonight, and it's here in the Garden against the Knicks, a team they may see in the Eastern Conference. Boston solidified at number 2. 2.5 to go in this overtime. Anunoby 3, no. Rebound. Towns held, fouled inside.
Tall order for Holiday to try to keep Karl Anthony Towns off the offensive glass. And you have not been able to win, especially in this building with this home crowd, this fan base. Sometimes it can be demoralizing. So yes, this game, in my opinion, is much, and this is how we did it.
They have weathered the 15 games that Brunson missed. They went 9-6, and they stayed with Brunson gone, their best player. They stayed number 3 in the East. Another miss picked up by Holiday.
From the free throw line, 10 of 7.
5 of 7 from the stripe. Here's a whistle.
Foul on Towns, number 4.
Karl Anthony will pick up his 4th, as Reg said. With 2:20 to go in overtime, Cornette will leave. Here comes Porzingis back in.
Think about the trust factor if you're Joe Mazzulla, right? You do not start this overtime period.
It's White on top. Every Knicks starter is in double figures tonight. It's knocked away by Towns. On a throwaway by White. 3 on 2. Towns down the lane and down. Ties the game at 110.
What a play defensively by the Knicks.
It's Tatum against Anunoby. Off to Porzingis. Slithers, drives, fouled by Hart. Two of 4 from the line. Porzingis as we bring in Adam Lefkoe. One of the great rivalries in the NBA, but it's been one-sided of late with Boston on top. Here's Brunson with a shot that goes down. Ties the game at 112. He's got 24.
Professional shot maker there by Brunson. Anytime the Knicks need it, he delivers.
8 ties, 7 lead changes. Tatum on top. 32 for Tatum. Porzingis with 31. 3. Tatum. He can't stick it. It's picked up by the leaping White. Jump ball with Hart.
That's a quick jump ball. If anything, that may have been a 3. Yeah, they both come down and they both possess it at the same time. Was out of bounds.
2 terrific guards, both in their 8th NBA season, will jump it here. It's Brunson and the Knicks. White is on Brunson. Brunson a 3 for the lead. Rebound, Porzingis pulls it down, and it's off to Holiday. Drew Holiday against Bridges. White is on top.
Watch these slip screens and get the advantage for Hauser in a 3 in the corner.
White will spin and feed Porzingis for the lead.
Oh! A 35-footer from Porzingis.
And Porzingis is there. Shot clock at 4. He'll make a move. He'll put up a 3. Altered by Porzingis. In the corner, it's alive and saved, and a whistle.
Porzingis is scoring like this. That's why you can have a game where Jaylen Brown only plays 22 minutes, is 2 of 8.
And that's why they got that timeout with 16.7 seconds in overtime, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Able to kind of spread out those high screen and rolls and stretch them out. You can get the Celtics kind of scrambling a little bit. Another thing I like about Brunson and what he's able to do, he is so good when he's behind that three-point line of taking a couple dribbles, sidestepping, and either pump faking and you crowd him and he can pick up a foul, or even
16.7 in overtime. Knicks to inbound, shot clock at 14.
And he is surrounded by Green.
He gets it into Towns. Porzingis is there. Bridges.
Took his eye off the ball. He took his eye off the ball.
They get it to Holiday, and climbing on him was Hart, who picks up the stay, and they play Cleveland Friday as Holiday knocks it in. Holiday at the line. 92 pride. Brunson will inbound. Anunoby's got it. The bump into White, and he'll plummet his way into the paint and make it a 3-point game. Here comes Holiday. Off to Pritchard, and a foul. 5.4 wins for a season at 34. At the line is Holiday, and that'll do it. 5-point game. Here comes Brunson. They'll let him go, and the 3 is down. And Boston wins in overtime by 2, plus 27 points.